Senator Mig Zubiri believes it would be too dangerous to release convicts back on the streets who have committed heinous crimes such as murder, drug trafficking, and kidnap for ransom, among others. Zubiri explains there were cases in other countries like the United States where criminals who were released based on good behavior became recidivists or repeat offenders. He says these ex-convicts relocated to other states and preyed on other victims, while some even got back at those who filed and testified against them. To make sure these will not happen, Zubiri says he will file a bill amending the Good Conduct Time Allowance law, which allows convicts to be released earlier than their sentence, based on their good conduct inside the bilibid. The senator says the bill will ensure that there will be no commutation of life sentences for convicts of heinous crimes. This comes days after many Filipinos were outraged over the supposed early release of convicted rapist and murderer former Calauan, Laguna Mayor Antonio Sanchez. In his opinion, Senator Sonny Angara says there is a need to correct inconsistencies in the GCTA law. Angara notes it seems strange that those imprisoned and still awaiting trial cannot benefit from the GCTA if they are repeat offenders, but it seems convicts can. Meanwhile, the Justice Department will be suspending the processing of GCTA applications for 10 days. A task force composed of officials from the Justice and Interior Departments will review and recommend changes to the implementing rules and regulations, subject to the approval of the DOJ and DILG secretaries.
We are not suspending the law itself because yung Department of Justice cannot suspend the implementation of the law. What we're just asking is some sort of a reprieve in the processing of and the computation of the allowances, precisely because of certain legal issues and logistical issues that we are confronted with.
In a tweet, a former Supreme Court spokesman Ted Test states that suspending the processing of GCTA for all inmates is an unwarranted overreaction. He explains the issue of one person's non-entitlement should not affect others who are not controversial. The DOJ says though,
10 days, I think, is a very reasonable period within which to, suspend yung processing. Precisely, we arrived at the 10-day period because we do recognize that there cannot be undue delay on the part of those entitled to the benefits of the law.
The DOJ and DILG hope to start the review of the IRR this week. Joyce Ila, CNN Philippines.